And I think it's also really normal for things to change. Like you can feel one thing at the start of the year and feel a completely different way at the end of the year. Like things happen so quickly and so much happens in a year that like sometimes like I read back my old journals and I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? And like, who are you? Hello everyone. I'm gonna be Today I'm gonna do a what I eat in a day. I've actually had requests to do what I eat in a day is what I do in a week. So I've done a what I eat in a week back when I used to have a full-time job in Tokyo. So I thought it would be cool to do just like a casual what I eat in a day. I'm really excited because today I'm gonna go head out for lunch with my best friend. We're gonna go get some sukiyaki, I think. I found a really cool restaurant yesterday when I was on Japan Talk Food Rex. So we're gonna go check it out. It's supposed to have a really nice view of the city. I'm running late because I actually had to run my washing machine. No, I ran it, but I fully forgot about it. And because it's like 35 degrees today, if I leave it wet in my drum, it's gonna smell really bad. So I did hang it all up. Now my train doesn't come for like 20 minutes, which is why I'm speaking to you guys now. And then we might stop around and check out some cafes because it's like a little neighborhood that neither of us have ever been to. But yeah, really excited to take you along with me for the day and show you everything that I eat.
Implementing these things that you put on the podcast. When I revisit at just about audiobook is give you energy. I can't explain stuff to a cloud, but they would give me that fucking mobile, detached it from the crib, and I took it loud mobile and put it in the crib. And eyes that are not linked to paint, you're innately got down into certain segment. It could be learning science, it could be there's something called cognitive reserve. This is you're not working on problem.
This is actually one of my favorite breakfasts. I discovered it at some point during the summer and it's just been like my hyperfixation. It's just so easy to make. I always just prep the carrot. Cabbage is actually new. Like I started adding the cabbage last week just because I bought a head of cabbage and I was just like trying to eat it as a side salad, and I just realized I could just pop it on this pizza toast for just some extra veggies. Itadakimasu. Literally autumn wear. I'm literally red in the face because it's so hot. And people on social media are like welcoming autumn. Definitely not in Japan. It's like 35. Looks like they asked for typically. Sensitive. Oh my god. Oh yeah, my receipt. Oh cheers, laugh. Hello everyone, it is actually like 8:30, so it's a little bit late, but this is like honestly my regular dinner time. I eat quite late. I'm gonna start making dinner. I actually already have like my Japanese side dishes already meal prepped. I think I really like that style of cooking now where I just meal prep sides that I can just grab with like my lunches or dinners just so I can like get in my vegetables. For my main source of protein, I've actually been defrosting some chicken breasts here. I've never really made this, but on the way home I did pick up some katakuriko, which is I think cornstarch, potato starch. I feel like if I just coat my chicken in this and cook it in some like shallow fry it in some oil, it should be like a really nice crispy chicken. I think I'm gonna do, I literally just thought of this because I left the honey out, but I think I'll do like a soy sauce, honey and garlicky black pepper situation. And I also have been cooking some rice, which is finished as well, so let's hope this turns out good.
And that person no longer dating someone else I was in love with. And know this is what went down, okay? It helps me kind of what you're entertaining your decision whether or not you want to back it up. And they've put in the work to change how. I love when we can flip it around, but you become self-aware and you're like, oh, I'm a station. If possible, I'm not steps into practice. Start doing this. I'm going to turn my back on my actions and I will show you. And you at the very least.
I just finished cooking up the chicken. It actually looks really good. I'm just gonna taste test and hope and pray that it's cooked through because I don't really cook chicken these days. Okay.
In this process is learning the detail.
Yum, that was actually really easy. I just added the perfect egg, a bit of mayo and shimi. I do like to eat at my desk in front of my computer just because I like watching YouTube while I eat on like a bigger screen, especially during the summer because my fan is in this room. Let's dig in and try this chicken. This is capsicum and skua. This is nameru, like a Korean side dish. It's like a Korean banchan. I've really been loving zucchini lately. This zucchini side dish I like to have cold. And I cook it in like ham or bacon. Really, really easy. Things like still trying to content. You can use my link to
Any drinks?
Yeah, there was basically a sign at the front of the store that said no filming, and also another thing that really caught my eye was people with tattoos and strong scented perfumes can be denied entry. We didn't even realize it was going to be such a bougie kind of place. I mean, it wasn't expensive at all because like lunch menus in Japan, like lunch specials, lunch menus can be very, very cheap, even if it's like quite fine dining. So I think that was the case of today. We had no idea what we were going into. Food was really, really great and all, but I feel like the staff were cold and rude. Like I genuinely got looked up and down when we first walked in. I think they didn't want a bar of us because we weren't Japanese. Well, I'm Japanese, but my friend was not, and we were speaking in English, obviously inside voices, Japanese inside voices. But I just feel like it's just one of those places where they only want Japanese people. It just wasn't very foreigner friendly. So yeah, I couldn't really film us eating the food, but it was really, really yummy. I'm also currently in such a social media slump. I haven't actually had TikTok on my phone for like the last week because I really had to get last week's video filmed and edited within that week because it was like in collaboration with a brand. So when there's like a due date, I obviously head down, bum up kind of vibes. And I haven't had a TikTok on my phone because it's very distracting, and I've literally been loving every minute of it. Like I really like I go through so many like versions of myself, and I don't know if it's heavily tied with my cycle because a bit TMI, but I did get my period today. So obviously us women, like the week leading up to our period, the week of our period, we are very lethargic, very negative, very just more pessimistic in general, and then we bounce back right up after our period ends. So I'm sure hormones have got something to do with it, but I do think time to time that, you know, short form content, picking up content with a full-time kind of schedule was very accidental for me. I didn't even have Instagram when I moved to Japan. I was literally having this conversation with Nadia today. Like I didn't even have Instagram when I moved to Japan. I only made it at the end of the year that I moved because all of my best friends that I was living with at the time in the share house were moving back to Europe, and there was no way of like seeing what they would get up to because it's not the same as texting. I feel like Instagram, like stories and stuff, you can see what your friends are up to. It's very easy to see what everyone's doing. And so that's when I made Instagram. And TikTok was also something I started when I was moving to Japan, just to document my move, because I scoured the whole of TikTok, the whole internet for content on people moving to Japan, and I found nothing. Yes, there was like videos from like 5-6 years ago from people doing it like before COVID, but like nothing in real time, like more recent. Yeah, I feel like all of it kind of fell into place quite accidentally. It's something that I was never really prepared for, and I never like kind of planned for it. When I have periods like this where I'm not uploading for like 10 days straight, I do wonder like what is it that I really want to do. I love YouTube. Like YouTube is like my safe place. YouTube is something that I think little me has actually always wanted. Like if you look at my old videos, I've been posting since I was in uni, and I think I always had a passion for editing. I think that's what I really love about YouTube. I think I am good at it, and it's something I can really sit down and do for 8 hours straight. But like editing on this just doesn't hit. Again, I did just get my period, so I'm gonna give myself a bit of grace for the feelings I'm having and the thoughts I'm having and the things I say out loud right now. But yeah, 20s is so weird. Like it's just like 1 minute like I'm so sure of something, and then the next I'm like, ew, no. But I do think I like a life where I'm not constantly thinking about uploading short form content every single day. Like I don't know if it's like my calling, and I think it's also really normal for things to change. Like you can feel one thing at the start of the year and feel a completely different way at the end of the year. Like things happen so quickly, and so much happens in a year that like sometimes like I read back my old journals and I'm like, what the fuck are you saying, and like who are you? Because I'm me, and this is like so much has changed. Yeah, I'm just like also really loving how since my hard drive broke, if you watch my previous video, that video was actually really like unplanned. I had something completely different in mind to upload last week, but my hard drive with all of my footage just like stopped working randomly, so I had to really think on my feet and like think of a new video concept and kind of film it that week, and also edit it that week and upload it in the same week. And like that's like something I've never done before. I'm always editing content from like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe even 1 month ago. That's kind of always been my style of YouTube uploads, because I always have so much old footage to kind of pick and choose and edit. But last week, for the first time, I had to kind of film something in 1 week and also edit it and upload in the same week. And I'm kind of doing that again this week because I really like it. I feel like it's very up to date, and it's kind of nice to edit something that I've said in that same week, so I know that like I resonate with that version of myself the most. So yeah, I don't know, I really like that as well. But obviously with YouTube, it's not like I'm posting every day. It's like once a week. I think I also like that aspect as well, whereas like on other platforms like TikTok and Instagram, you have to kind of post like every day to be consistent. And I don't know if it's for me, but I don't know if I'm also just on my period. Anyways, it's like 1 AM, so I'm just gonna finish this episode because I have like 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna read till I fall asleep. If you made it this far, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to me. It obviously feels so weird talking to the camera like this, but when I read comments or I receive DMs, this really makes my day. And I'm gonna shut up, but I'll hopefully see you next week in the next video. So hope you have a really wonderful rest of your week or weekend, depending on when I upload this. But I love you, and thank you so much.